kids, good morning. It's Friday, it's 10 a.m. I've already been awake for 2.5 hours. I was bummed about that at first because I don't have to go to work till 1 o'clock and I could have slept in, but you know what, I'm very glad that I did it because it gave me time to come here and talk to you guys. So hey, today is supposed to be day 3 of Redhead self-care series. It is kind of technically day 2 because I kind of technically already missed the first day. Oops. But as you saw from the beginning of this video, I put in a couple of clips of some of the self-care choices that I made for yesterday. So I'm gonna have those in and then I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do for my self-care mission today. And I know that that's kind of cheating, but I have to get caught up somehow. So the first picture that you saw was me hiding behind a book, which is a book that a very good friend of mine recommended to me. I am so grateful that he did. It's extremely motivational, inspirational, just amazingational. And it's called You Are a Badass by Sincero. I think that's how you say her last name. And just, if you haven't read this book yet, go buy it right now. Download it on Audible. There is a kitten. So kittens always make special appearances in my videos. So I got them. Whoa. Seriously, everybody needs to read this book. And so choosing to read that book to begin with is already a huge step in the self-care process, I guess you could call it, because it helps you to realize and understand your capabilities on a scale that it's an immeasurable scale. I don't know. I can't describe it. I just need you guys to go read it, like right now. I'll wait. Are you reading it? Go. Go! So I took that book and the Beebs down to one of my favorite coffee shops, and I got 2 lattes, which is probably a bad idea because I was really wired after the second one. But the first latte is the one that I posted the picture of, or I keep saying posted, that I put the picture of in the beginning of this video, and it was a s'mores latte. And I actually chose s'mores because I've been craving making like real s'mores recently, and it was delightful. It was very, very good. I also chose to drink it with almond milk, just, you know, thinking kind of health forward. I really truly don't know how much healthier almond milk is for you than like regular milk. So my second latte was an Almond Joy latte. Both of them were delightful, and I highly recommend it if you are in the Orlando area to check out Achilles Art Cafe. It is fantastic. The book, picking those lattes, and going to this coffee shop with the Beebs were many of my self-care choices yesterday. I was feeling really like down and blah about a couple of things that were going on later yesterday afternoon and into the evening, and I wanted so badly to just lay in bed and just like wallow about it. And I made the conscious, difficult decision, but I made the conscious decision to say, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna move around. If I get there and I order my latte and I realize that I hate it and wanna come back home, I can, but at least I got up and tried. So I am very proud of myself for doing that. I'm very happy that I did that. Spending time with the Beebs was fantastic. Reading that book was fantastic. Going somewhere that I love, that I feel comfortable in, was fantastic. So that was the biggest part of my self-care for yesterday, was making the decision to try to fight this anxious and or depressive kind of episode that I was in or feeling. And I know that that is sometimes pretty darn near impossible to do, but I wanted to at least try, which is a big step for me because most of the time I don't even try. I just say, oh, well, I'm anxious now or I'm depressed now, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing, you know, and I don't really try to make the steps or take the steps to see if there is something that I can do to kind of overcome it. Does that make any sense? Go read that book. When you're feeling anxious or sad, try to do the thing. If you can't do the thing, then you find your most favoriteest pajamas and your most favoriteest TV show and you binge watch that. So today, my self-care act is going to be yoga. So I don't know if you guys are already tired of seeing me do yoga, But I woke up this morning and my whole body just felt really sore, if that makes any sense. It wasn't really sore, it's just tight. And so all I could think about was watching one of my favorite yogi YouTubers, Yoga with Adriene, and I looked up some of her kind of full body stretch videos, and I found a few that I liked, and I found one that was a fairly short, I think it's about 20 minutes. The others were borderlining 35 to 40. But it was a fairly short morning yoga routine. So I want to try that one out, see if I like it, and I may add that into my morning routine on days where, like today, where I don't have to work super early. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert my yoga practice for you here, and I will link the video down below so you guys can give it a try, and we'll see how that goes for me. All right, guys, so here's some real talk. First of all, I did not do yoga that day. I made breakfast and then I had to go to work. I have no concept of time and did not realize that I just didn't have enough time to do it all. And then I didn't get home till very late and had to work very early the next day. So there just wasn't enough time or energy to do yoga that day. And the days following that day have been rough. And I'm fine and everything's fine and there's no catastrophic events have happened, except I had a full-blown panic attack the next day after I went to the coffee shop and everything that I just talked about. I've never had a panic attack that affected my body the way that this one did. I was on my way to work and I was feeling a little funny before I left, and honestly I thought it was because of the 2 lattes I had the night before, you know, too much caffeine and all that stuff. But my whole body felt tingly and numb, and my ears felt very womp, like I couldn't hear. And I didn't feel like I was hyperventilating, like it wasn't a sort of thing, but I just felt like I had a hard time breathing, and my mind was racing, and I couldn't, but there weren't any actual thoughts, and I couldn't think clearly. I called the beeps and tried to articulate to him what I was feeling, and I had a hard time getting the words out. And I don't know, anyway, I got to work and I went to the first aid area, and they told me that's what it was. Took my blood pressure, took my blood sugar, everything was fine. So I debated on whether or not I wanted to share that with you guys, because I wanted this series to be a really positive, just fun, each day I'd give you guys a new idea on a way to take care of yourself. And I thought after a while that telling you guys about that is a good example of what happens when you don't take care of yourself. I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know. I think that you can take good care of yourself, and if you have anxiety and depression, it's going to strike whether or not you've taken care of yourself. I'm really kind of on the fence. But at the end of the day, I don't think that being true changes the fact that you should take care of yourself, obviously. And I think that practicing self-care intentionally and regularly can only do good, right? Don't you think? So even if you do take care of yourself and you have such a great day, you're still going to have moments and episodes sometimes that you just can't control. So this little hair right here is just nope, I'm coming out today and I'm staying here. That's what I'm doing. So anyway, between that happening and my work schedule being really wonky and me just being exhausted by the time I get home, in all honesty, that's why I haven't filmed, I haven't posted any videos. And I'm really sorry. I'm going to try to combine a few things into one day into this video. But right now, I am going to take myself back to that coffee shop. And I'm going to read my book some more. And I think that I'm also going to talk about meditation as a form of self-care. I just read a passage, I guess you can call it, in that book about ways to meditate and advice that she has on about environmental factors and maybe music to listen to, or just advice in general on ways to meditate. And I've done a little bit of meditation, and it's so funny because I think meditation intimidates a lot of people. They think I can't possibly just sit there and not think about anything. And it's just as easy as it is extremely difficult. And it's just like anything else that you do, it does require practice. It's a very unique thing to do, but the few times that I have meditated and really felt something from it, it's just like exercising. Like you never work out, you finally go to the gym, and afterwards you're like, geez, why haven't I been doing this every day? This feels amazing. That's what meditation has been for me. Afterwards, I just feel so, I feel like it's a detox. It really is. You know, you drink something or you eat something to help detoxify your system for whatever it is that you're looking to get rid of. And meditation, even if it's for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever it is that you can do for yourself, detoxifies your brain and your body. It helps to calm yourself and your nervous system, and there's just so many good things about it. So once I get back home, I'm not sure if I'm going to meditate today, but I definitely am going to talk to you guys a little bit more about it. And that's going to be one of my self-care days, I guess. So I don't know, we'll say it's day 4. So I have a few other ideas. Maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll show some of them to you. I would really like to try to get caught up. I would love for this series to be a, true day to day on the day, or maybe the day after, because I have to film and then edit and I work and all that stuff. But I'd really like for that to be there for you. And I don't know that I'm really going to be able to commit to that. I don't want to keep committing to it and then not be able to follow up. But at the end of this month, you will have a very comprehensive Redhead self-care series. I promise. That I will promise you.